Welcome back to Scooter Gang, guys. Today we're on the Gspace Eco. I got this scooter back in July. I ended up riding it for about 200 miles without this seat on it. And then they released this seat kit. And so I decided I should get it in and test it out. And I wanted to put it on this scooter over the GTR just because this is single motor. So it wouldn't be quite as dangerous as putting a seat on that and being super low to the ground. I may eventually move the seat to there. I do really love the seat kit, but we'll get to that later. First, let's talk about the scooter. I think in general, this is a great scooter for anybody who's looking to buy the best quality frame, suspension, etc., but not have crazy speed. And that's because it's a single motor, right? Most of the time on these high-end scooters, they only make them in a dual motor version. But I think a lot of people, older folks, people that, don't care so much about super crazy acceleration, you're gonna like this because it's still pretty quick acceleration, as we'll show later in the riding video. Most of you guys buying this are buying this for the frame. You're buying this for the build quality and not the speed. And it's something as you get like deeper and deeper into these scooters, they always go faster and faster and faster, more and more and more power, but you never see like a nice frame with a single motor. A lot of the single motor scooters out there are low grade, entry level, or else they just suck. There's not a single motor option for people that don't really care about the speed. And what that gets you is it saves you a bunch of money. This is a $3,300 scooter for dual motor. Same scooter with single motor is down to $2K, $1,950 if you use the code in this video. You get the same scooter as the $3,300 one, but you get it for way cheaper. The same build quality, the same dual stems, BMW telelever suspension. This is a great scooter, even being single motor. Originally, I thought I wasn't even gonna ride it at all, but I ended up with 847 miles on it. It was definitely my second scooter after the GTR was my main scooter. 3,300 miles on that, 850 on this. That's a pretty good year, about 4K miles on a scooter brand. And I really like these Gspaces. They're top of the line, everything that you would want out of a company. And I'm gonna show you the video today riding with the seat because it's so different. But standing up on this scooter, it rides like every other, hyper scooter out there. It's fast, 50 miles an hour, 65 amp controller at 72 volts. It comes out to about 6,500 watts. Before we hop any farther in this video, let me mention the Black Friday deals. The GTR, we're doing a Cyber Monday deal. This will be next Monday for one day only. You're gonna get the best deal you ever see on this scooter. This Eco is now back in stock, plus you get the bundle. Turn this into a 12-inch scooter with the tire upgrade, or you can get upgraded brakes for it. It turns out to be a pretty sweet deal for $1,950, and that's including delivery, tax, and everything. So your out the door price is killer on this scooter. It's big. If you're a big guy, if you're a heavy guy, this is the type of scooter that you actually want, something that will hold your weight and you'll never second guess it. All these other single stem scooters out, if they don't have two of these, don't even waste your time on it. If you're 250 plus pounds, you're not gonna like it. It's gonna feel cheap. It might handle you for a while, but eventually something's gonna give. So you really want to get something overbuilt like this. This is the best build quality of any scooter I've ever personally tested in 8 years of doing this. Pretty much every day I go ride, and so this scooter got ridden quite a bit and it was fun. I love riding this thing. Obviously a bit smaller range than the GTR. That's a 45 amp hour battery. I believe this one's 24. So it's down to about half the size of their battery, but I was still getting about 30 miles of range out of it because it's less aggressive. Pacing traffic most of the time when you're on this and you're riding kind of with an extra eyeball up ahead, because when you're this low to the ground, it's very hard to be seen, but it is super fun. You gotta try it. It's one of a kind riding this thing. It's not like a scooter. It's not like a moped, it's not like a motorcycle, literally different from anything else. It's almost like a mini bike, really, but even smaller. And when you look at it, it fits me like a glove. This scooter comes obviously without the seat kit, you have to buy that separately, and without this windscreen that I bought off Amazon just to sort of round it out. I think it looks good with that on there. Just going over the handlebar quick, a lot of things that I really like on this scooter, like the button pad here, it makes it easy to switch the gears. And the NFC, which I don't really use, but if you did need to lock this thing, like you're at work and you don't want somebody to be able to turn it on, it's easy to do that. A lot of scooters don't have that yet, like this InMotion RS over there, there's no way to lock the thing if you were to drive it to work. It's got blinkers and a beeper. Now I do think the beeper is one thing that they would probably change to a car grade horn on this at some point. This bell I added for the bike path. I love these Gspace throttles. They are thumb throttles. I'm not going to pull it right now unless we turn it to 0. They are very ergonomic to me and work smooth. They are a little bit aggressive on the mapping, where you take off pretty quick, but it's nothing like a poorly mapped scooter. I still think it's like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 for the throttle control on this. One of the only things people really complain about, so on the left-hand side there is a battery bar, but it also has the voltage up here. So you're able to know where your battery is a lot more accurately by the voltage anyways. I think most experienced scooter riders don't even use a bar to begin with. But it is nice to me that it has both, and this is just more of a rough estimate. So you want to realize when you get down to about 20%, you better be home, sort of that type of warning. So to me, even though people complain about this battery bar only moving in 20% increments, that's the same difference as any other battery bar on any other scooter. An RS, even where it only has the battery bar, not at all a negative to me. I think it's good that it has both right here. To get in the settings, you have to turn on the scooter, hold the mode button. It'll only let you do that when the scooter first turns on. So in the settings, you can change things like mile per hour to kilometers, backlit screen, clock. You can put a password on it. Ours is just 0000. If it's stock, it's 0000. That's how you get in. Auto off, you can change how quick it turns off. Adjust your wheel size. See, we can add a 12-inch tire on the wheel size there, but we'll keep it at 11. You can adjust the speed limits. Startup strength, that's going to be your acceleration. I've obviously got these maxed out. EABS, it's going to be your electronic braking. I usually set that at 2 or at 1. On this scooter, since it doesn't have a front motor that's going to be braking in the front, I set it higher than I normally do. So I put it at 2 just for now, because it doesn't have quite as strong a braking as if it was a dual motor scooter in the front. So I make up for that a little more in the back. I do think the braking is still great. 0 start, that's gonna be your kick to start, and reset's gonna reset your scooter. And it has 5 gears. Top gear is obviously full speed. And what's interesting on this scooter is gear 1 is usually like 2-3 miles an hour. So it's like walking speed. So you can use it if you want to, instead of pushing it next to you, you can walk it next to you. And then obviously 2, 3, and 4 are in the middle there. To me, I just ride the scooter in 5 all the time. Tops out at 50 in that, has the full power. This comes with nut hydraulic brakes. You can get a 4-piston and upgrade it if you need more stopping power. If you're, say, a heavier person or you live in a hilly area, then you might need more stopping power and you can upgrade that. Scooter has a really nice looking headlight. It comes with the grill on it, but I actually took it off because I love the look of it. It almost looks like angel wings or something. Let me turn it on for you. Whoops. At night, it's sufficient. I don't think it's amazing, but it's still better than probably half the lights on the market. I don't think it's the worst, but it's not the best headlight either. But I do love how it looks. Looks sweet at night, looks sweet during the day, and gives a big enough pattern you can ride safely on like lit streets. If you're gonna be off in the darkness, you'll probably still need another headlight, but that's how it is for all these scooters. It has the iconic double stems, dual stems, that really all hyper scooters should have anymore. If you're making a hyper scooter and it has a single stem, it is a death trap. It is just asking for trouble. Gspace also puts this grill on. I love these. Good looking, aesthetically pleasing. Earlier this year I wrecked my GTR though, and this thing actually saved it. It took a little dent, but it stopped the rest of the scooter from taking any damage. So I do think there's even a purpose to this too. If you wreck the scooter in the front, this is almost like a bumper. This scooter comes with these tires, stock, and nothing wrong with these tires, actually. They're really good. I do like them. If I wasn't like a tire snob, I would just ride these all the time. But I did happen to get these tires from Wired Rides, company here in the US. They sell Italian PMTs. So these are basically racing tires, and this is their off-road knobbier version. It's called the E-Splora, and these are really good. I love them. So they're almost like a hybrid between a bias ply tire like this and a PMT, because they're got the tread, but they're still grippy, really grippy in corners. And because it has like tiny tires, I can lean this bike over so far in corners. It has insane cornering for a mini bike, really. Honestly, way better than standing up. When you put a seat on it, you can really get into the corners like nothing else. Scooter has side LEDs, and then I'm not gonna open up the battery for you guys, but if you wanna check out this video here, I opened up the GTR inside, and it's gonna look almost identical to that, I guarantee, with just a slightly smaller battery and one controller. So if you want to see what the inside looks like, check out that video there. There's our 2,000 watt motor on this thing. That's massive, and it's fast. It's really fast. It's perfect amount of power for something like this, especially if you're not a crazy adrenaline junkie. While we're down here, let me show you the linkage. So this you won't find on hardly any other scooters. It's called a linkage, and what that does is gives our shock the proper angle and the proper distance so that we can get plenty of travel and have a nice, consistent, smooth ride with nothing bottoming out and nothing breaking prematurely. And this really is what makes this scooter special, is the suspension. And look, I know it looks ridiculous with the seat, but usually the most ridiculous things ride the most awesome and the most fun. So if you're about having fun, check out this thing, get the seat kit for it. If you want the dual motor version, go for it. You get the seat kit for that too and try it out. The seat kit itself is only 300 bucks. Comes with the seat, obviously. Comes with the nice cargo box. I've been waiting to get pulled over since July on this thing and never got pulled over. I figured it was illegal, but nope, seems to be allowed by the cops around here. The cargo box is detachable if you don't want it, but also has cushions here for your back. And I actually have a version 1 of this. They've now created a version 2 already. It should come with some brackets that go around and underneath here on each side that are going to secure this thing down way better. Mine turned out to be really sturdy just from the screws holding it in, so I don't even know if I'll waste my time getting the brackets in. But for anybody that's getting it now, you might as well get the brackets and put them on too. Along with the seat came these foot pedals, and these foot pedals actually fold in. Kit also comes with a mirror, so you get a mirror. You get 2 mirrors actually, but I just put one on the side down like this. Obviously you could put them up on the top if you want or whatever, but important to have a mirror when you're sitting down. You can't quite turn around as well as when you're standing up. An extra crossbar here, and that's going to let you lower the whole thing down. Obviously it starts up here with your stock crossbar, and that one actually doesn't go down at all, so you have to get the other piece to be able to lower it. All in all, really like this scooter. It's plenty fast. Let's go for a ride. I'll show you guys how it really is on the road here. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be already typing in the comments saying, just buy a motorcycle at this point. And I think what you're missing is what I'm going to try and demonstrate in the rest of this video. That, yeah, this thing is basically a motorcycle, but it can do a lot of things that you can't do with your motorcycle. For example, like this. You see, the biggest problem with motorcycles, mopeds, even a Honda Grom, is that you're strictly stuck on the road. You can't use the beautiful bike paths if your city has them. This type of electric scooter with the seat is such a loophole right now that you can actually use it anywhere you want. Obviously, it has to be used with respect and care as you go around the paths. Don't speed near people. I happen to live in a state with very little traffic on our bike paths, so I can get away with going 25 or 30, and our speed limit is 25. Usually you don't get too much above that on the bike path, only when you have maximum visibility and you see that you're all alone. So it's not like we're out here being dangerous. You obviously want to slow down when you pass people and ring your bell. But this is what makes this device really special to me, is that you can ride it anywhere. And yeah, I think motorcycles are great too, but you just can't do this. sidewalk moped. It's fucking amazing. Sidewalk, right? So you don't have to go through any of this crap. You just go right over like this, right? Woo! Oh yeah. Cars can't go at all. Now, I'm not saying that your Honda Grom or your dirt bike isn't capable of doing this. What I'm saying is that you would not last 850 miles doing this every day like I have been doing. You would get caught so fast doing this with anything else. And that's what makes this so much fun to me, is it sits in that loophole where you can get away with it still. There's no doubt that cops are coming down hard on traditional electric dirt bikes, electric motorcycles, e-motos, whatever you want to call them. There is a stigma against them now, and the cops are coming. But this still exists inside that loophole where nobody is attacking it yet, and you can still freely ride. Hopefully this video shows you a little bit about why this is different from a motorcycle, why it's potentially better than a motorcycle for you, and why you might actually want to get one of these.
Hey, how fast that scooter go? What rate? Yeah. What rate? How fast that scooter go?
This one's only like 50.
50?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got a girl on there?
My girlfriend's got her own. Shout out to you, Jordan. That's what they always want to know, where you fit the girl. If this video was helpful or you enjoyed it, please drop a like. It really helps. And I'll see you guys on the next one.